Shalom, shalom, my people, shalom. Cheers to you, shalom. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. Check this out, people. I know, well, first I'm going to give my daily thing. Another shout out to you. Shalom, my people. Shalom. Well, I did a test and, it's about your body, about your physical being of your body, the measurements. I am 107% muscle. check it out. 107.3% skeletal muscle, body fat of 24.2%. And the rest is water. That is very good. Of course, I can get down on the body fat a little bit, but at 56, we're on a 24% body fat, and the rest of it, 107% my skeletal is muscle, and the rest of it is water. That's absolutely great. I can live with that. It's all depending on how you eat, how you live, how you exercise, and what we do to protect our body. And we are not really doing that. And I prescribe that you notice I've been coming up giving you different stuff to drink and all that, clean your body, help you be good. Feed your water is one of the best. And I try to maintain water. Hey, check this out. I drink electrolyte too. Electrolyte put the salt and the stuff that you need back in your body that the water can't give you, because the water can't give you everything because it's so hot now, 110 with the humidity. You sweat and you drinking water. You wonder why you still feel it like that feeling, that emptiness. Well, it's because you don't have enough electrolyte in your body. It's smooth. It goes down good, go down smooth. But the thing is that we got to take care of our body. We got to take care of ourselves, because without taking care of your body, without taking care of your mind, without reading, without studying, you just a bunch of nothing. You just walk around with your own. You have nobody to what's the word I want to use? You have no moral compass. Nothing to teach you right, nothing to know what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, because everything, if you did it, everything you do will be right. If somebody did something to you that was wrong, well, he thought it was right, because they have no moral compass. And the moral compass is the Bible. So if we don't use the Bible to dictate our steps, then we won't go nowhere. You got Benny Hinn, we all know we're fake, but now these people coming out because they think they're doing it on, but it's the Most High doing that. You got Prefo Dollar, they coming out saying that tithing was not real. We know tithing wasn't real. I teach that. I tell you that tithe is not in the Bible, not like they say it is. Tithe was for the Levites. Levites were for the right now today, they hate it. The Levites are hated right now today, because hated is the giving of the law. They up under Aaron, Moses. You know what I'm saying? That's where they come from. They lineage come from Aaron. Aaron was a Levite. Moses was a Levite. So and they was Haitians. See, you don't understand them because they don't teach it, because you won't read, you won't learn, you won't do nothing. And it's sad the way we have to learn from them making a mistake on us. So we being tested them, and then years later, after he got a jet, he got a house with gold stairs and gold faucets, gold toilets, and all that, Rolls Royce and Bentleys and Rolex and all that stuff. I say sell all of it back. God said, told the rich man to sell what he had. Sell everything you got and come under me. The man couldn't do it. You can give me some vain thoughts, but then guess what? Are you doing what the Bible says? Sell that stuff and give it back to your people. I've been telling y'all the church is a fraud, but the Lord gonna come out. He gonna describe it to y'all. He gonna break it all down. The church is a fraud. You go in there, you can go to the church like going to the mall. You get the women that dress like they're going to the mall. You get the men that dress like they're going to the mall. You get the church selling stuff like it's in a mall. It's just like going to a mall. God said, I dwell not in a building built by hand. Why you see the Hebrew Israelites on the corner? Why you see we don't ask for no money when we're doing this teaching? We study and spend our hard earned time in here, but we think ask for money. No, we don't ask for no money. We just want you to get the word right. See, my thing, I seen something on TV the other day, right? On TV, Facebook. And they done start this mess back up by dark skin, light skin. That's all part of the stuff to get you to not to be together. My daddy was dark as chocolate. My mama is light as yellow. I call her, she light. I got sisters that are very, very fair skinned. I got sisters that are very dark skinned. I got sisters that are pecan tan. Because there's 6 of them. There's only 1 of me. And I'm kind of like caught in the middle. So we come in all different shapes and colors and sizes. But why are we going to let them exploit us by putting the color on it? Oh, dark skin, this, light skin, this, light skin. Because guess what? That's what they're trying to do, folks. They trying to really divide and conquer. Because they know that the only way they can divide and conquer is that they put separation in between us. So how you put separation between the people? You go by the color, and you say the skinny girls got this, the thicker woman got this, the poor people here, the rich people here, the middle class people here. So they separate you. So then you got conflict with each other. They throw some drum out there in front of us that we bite everything. See, one thing about it, we busybody. As a nation, we just a busybody people. So everything they throw out there, we bite it. So everything they throw is for us to be fighting against each other. See, but we don't see that. We don't understand that. But that is what's going on with us. So we fight against each other on anything. Or your shoes, your shirt, your jewelry, whatever you got is not right. So they got us fighting against each other on things that we shouldn't be fighting each other with. And that's sad that we have to do that. But we do it anyway. See that man looking at you? I like that book. That's a good book. I read that book. I'm reading books now. I'm reading a book about it's like they actually showing pictures of it getting hung and burnt. How they would make postcards of us. They would get out of school for like field trip to see us get burnt and hanged. And it's a sad situation because that's where they got us at. It's a sad situation because guess what? We accept that now. Now they got the music law where they can pull you over and just stop and give you a ticket. But guess what? That's not going to stop there. That's going to keep going. That's going to be like a way to get inside your car to find out if you're a felon with a gun, find out if you this or that, for they're going to arrest you, even shoot you. Police now, they're getting bold now. They got right here in Jacksonville, the police was stalking people. These are going crazy. But guess what? It's going to get worse. So now, that sound law is just basically to keep you from getting a gun. Because you're going to need a gun, the rich one coming. And people they think I'm talking crazy. But it's coming right for your eye. They beating you, they chasing you, telling you to get out of their neighborhood. They this, that. It's coming. Purge 1, Purge 2, Purge 3. They showing you on TV. But you instead of calling the people who trying to teach you the right thing crazy because it's not coming from somebody the color that your oppressor used to showing you. So they got us thinking about color this and color that too. So we following our oppressors. See, but I want to check this out. Check this out. The Most High, see, they got us thinking we divided. The Mexicans, the Indians, and so-called niggas, we the same people. We come from the 12 tribes of Israel. See, but God said we are a speckled bird. I'm going to get to it. God said that we are a speckled bird. The world is for our sake. Northern tribe travel. Go to Jeremiah. Okay. Jeremiah. Go to 12:9. My heritage is upon me as a speckled bird. The bird round about me are against her. Come ye assembly, all the beasts of the field come to be devoured. We are my heritage. Heritage means what God promised us. We are a speckled bird. I mean, a speckled bird is all different shapes and sizes. See, they want to assemble together like beasts in the field. And so they get here and they just treat us like animals. The Mexicans are suffering. The Guatemalans are suffering. We all suffering. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, which is so-called Negro. Benjamites, the so-called West Indian. Levi, so-called Haiti. Simeon, Dominican Republican. Zabulon, which is Guatemala and Panama. Ephraim, which is Puerto Rico. Manasseh, which is Cuban. Gad, which is North American Indian. Reuben, which is the Seminole Indian. Naphtali, which is Argentina and Chile. And Asher, which is Colombia. And Issachar, which is Mexican. See, we are all part of that speckled bird. We all different shapes. Because you see us on there, you got your family. Your family is a speckled bird. Your family don't look the same. Everybody, your family is different. You come from the same father and mother, but you got they different. Different shades, different color, different sizes. We are a family, people. They trying to divide us, let us think we ain't not. The Mexicans hate us, and we hate the Mexicans. We don't even get to see the Indians because the Indians are on reservation. We don't know how they feel about us. But I know for books that they helped us during slavery, more so than anybody. The Mexicans helped us too, because we knew who we were back then. During slavery, you can go to certain places and you be free. You go to the Indians had it. Even all the Indians are not us. Just like you see me and you can look the same, but we might not be the same people. You might have a white daddy. The seed is of the father. The court tell you system. National, worldwide national churches and all that tell you, the hospital tell you that you're the seeds of the father. Nature tell you the seeds of the father, but we are the only one that don't understand it because they did that to block us from learning who we are in the Bible. See, we are the same people. Don't you go to First Chronicles? So this stuff that we don't go to, the church has destroyed other people, and we don't understand it. It's a girl was on there. I thought that man was pretty cool, you know, on the because I respond to some of her texts, you know, and she be saying, okay, so it's good. But she gave a diagram of saying, she gave like a list and said she want a man to cook, clean, do this, and don't cheat, don't do that. I said, everything that you find is not in the Bible. I said, go to the Bible and find that man that you're looking for. He's not there. That stuff that they done gave you. They gave you that stuff. And it's so, I don't want to go all into it, but it's going to come to God, going to come and separate all that stuff. All that Christianity stuff going to go down. The same way they're going to tell you about the tithing, the same way they're going to break down the scripture about the wife and wives. They're going to break that down too, because right now, God going to make them come forth. They coming forth now. They told you about the tithing. God going to make them come forth. You can't go in the Bible and find the man that you're looking for because it don't exist. You say you go to church, you love God. Well, go in that Bible and find that man that you're looking for. There's none of them in there. None of the great prophets, none of the great kings. None of them are in there. Go find that man that you wrote down that book on about that man that you want. It's not in the Bible because it don't exist. This is Esau getting you to trick you. It don't exist. The math don't add up. It's 21.7 black women in the United States of America. There's only 19.4 black men. And these are men of marriage age, not no babies and kids. They talking about this is a group of people that are marriage age 18 and above. It don't exist what you're looking for. It's not in the Bible. God don't make no mistakes. It's the people teaching you that making you mistakes. I don't care how you want to look at it, how you want to get here and try to correct me. You can't correct me. Go to the Bible. There's no moral compass if you don't go to the Bible and get it. Y'all listen to these false pastors coming out here, got you in a place that you shouldn't be. But guess what? The word coming out, God said, woe unto the pastor that scatters my sheep. You are the sheep. They scatter, they divide us. The Mexicans go to one church, the Indians go somewhere else, and the niggas go somewhere. They divide us because they know if they keep us divided, then they can conquer us. 1 Chronicle 9. So all Israel were reckoned by genealogy. Behold, there were written in the book of the king of Israel and Judah. who were carried away to Babylon for their other transgressions. Because guess what? We've been carried away to Babylon. This is modern day Babylon. They came and got us from West Africa and brought us over here. And then the only way they can conquer you is to divide you. Let me tell you something, folks. Ephraim, the northern tribe, was already here before we got here. They was already going through slavery before we got here. We was in our homeland going through slavery. They was already going through slavery when we got here. How do you think they took the land from? How do you think Christopher Columbus got it? We wasn't here yet. The so-called Negroes wasn't here yet. The Indians, the Mexicans, the original people were already here. The so-called Mexicans, which is the northern tribe, so-called Indians, which is the northern tribe, they was already here, people. How you think they took that land? You just not did. We come over here to our uncle and our cousin land. Our land was from Jerusalem. They was already here. Listen, I'm gonna show it to you. They was already here. It's you that don't understand what's going on. So you arguing with your brother, fighting against your brother. They don't want to do it. They standing back, get you fight against each other, laughing, poking the string. You don't even know the Mexican so-called Indian your people, Puerto Rican, all that. They all got to fight against each other. When we join together as a nation, they can't defeat us, but they know this. Go to Jeremiah 50. Go to Jeremiah 50 and 3. Go to Jeremiah 50 and 3. Hey, 50, 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah. Israel is the so-called northern tribe, which is so-called Native American Indians, so-called Mexicans. Them the northern tribe. Judah is the tribe that come from God. Judah is short for Jew. We are the original Jews. The other two tribes, we are the original Jews. There's no other Jew. They are Israel, but we are the original Jews. That's why they call it Judah. They're not teaching that in church. I'm going to read it again. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. All that took them captive, held them fast, they refused to let them go. We were all taken captive at the same time. The Egyptians had us in captivity. The Persians had us in captivity. The Romans had us in captivity. The Greeks had us in captivity. And modern day Babylon have us all in captivity. We all in the prison houses. Ain't no but Mexicans and niggas in the prison houses. The Indians are in a reservation. They can't come off. They kidnapping their women. They killing. They running oil pipes under the ground, destroying the ground where they grow the crop, killing all the bisons. They're killing the goats and shit. They can't even. They starving. They got them all drunk, bad liver condition, raping the women, stealing them. So we all going through this stuff together. God said we are oppressed together. We are the same people. You're not no different nation, but they tell you are a different nation. They have come together and take crafty counsel against you. I'm gonna show you who they're taking crafty counsel against, because the Bible describes the nation that are taking crafty counsel against you. Then guess what? You can see it with your own eyes. Malachi. Go to Malachi. Malachi 4:5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and the dreadful day of the Lord. Elijah the prophet. Elijah the prophet already came. And this is a reincarnation thing, regeneration. Back in the 60s, that's when they first came out and started teaching who we was. Hebrew Israelites. That was Elijah being regenerated. See, but you'll never understand that. So he's going to tell us who he brought all us together and told us that we were Hebrew Israelites. And broke the Bible down. And then we started branching out and learning. That's how we started learning who we were. Because before then, you were still thinking you was a nigga. You were still thinking you was a nigga then. So but in the 1960s to between 1950 and 1960, that's when Elijah reappeared again. He came back and started teaching the word. And that's when you start hearing about the Hebrew Israelites. The Hebrew Israelites started coming upon the scene then. We ain't just popped up. They just started coming upon the scene and started teaching the word. But then they didn't focus on the Hebrew Israelites because we were telling the truth. They were focused on Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Because they were giving you a false doctrine. See, that Christianity is a false doctrine. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's a lot of stuff coming. I'm not finna get here and talk about Martin Luther King or some of the things they were good. But he did not obey by what God said. The Bible said no joining hand, but he made us join hands. See, when we join hands, guess what happened? We got destroyed. We started going to their schools, started losing our jobs, our neighborhoods, started losing our house. They started taking the men out the family, so on and so on. Malcolm X went, and you got Elijah Muhammad was sleeping all them different women. See what I'm saying? They're not women, but kids. So he was teaching a false doctrine too. Malcolm X went over there in the Mecca and seen white, black, green, and purple people. So he came and started teaching you another doctrine. So they're all confused. But the Hebrew Israelites been the same ever since. Never changed because it's the word of God. It's truth. The Bible is not a religion. So they were teaching religion. The Bible is laws, statutes, and commandments. Every nation got a law, statutes, and commandment. So if you don't have a law, you don't have statutes, you don't have commandment, you're doomed to fail. That's why I say you have no moral compass. So you scared to read the Bible because guess what? I don't like the Bible. I don't read the Bible. Guess why? Because it has a moral compass by it, and you have to follow by it. If not, you got to stay doing what you're doing. Come on, people. Ain't nobody dumb. Ain't nobody. You don't read the Bible because you don't want to go obey by the laws. That's just pure play. You rather have that man stand in front of you and tell you some lies because you don't want to go by the laws. Because the laws tell you to straighten your act up. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. Anybody got to teach you to be submissive to your husband? Study the Bible. The Bible tell you that. There's no in the Bible where God said you should have authority over a man. A woman shouldn't be preaching. Woman shouldn't be doing none of that stuff. And you know it. But y'all got women up there preaching with britches tighter than like they going to the strip club. You got a senator, a black young senator twerking upside down with a G-string bikini on. Come on, where the hell we going? Our women, the farther away our women move from the black men, the farther away they move from God. Just check it out for yourself. During the 50s and 60s, these women stayed praying to God, prayed loving God. But when they came out and told you, I would give you a house, I would give you a food stamp, I would give you a check, I would give you everything you need, but get rid of the black man, guess what? It went downhill. And not only do you affect our kids, now you are in here literally crying and trying to find millions of ways to kill a baby. Nah, they ain't talking about no rape, no incest, because that's a very minute, small portion. These are just regular women just hoeing around and you want to have a baby because they done fucked those last night. Forgive my friend, this is crazy. This is getting ridiculous because you done had a baby from a man last night that you didn't vet because he had a nice car, had jewelry on, he was fine. I liked him, you had a baby. Now you got a baby, now you want to kill the baby because guess what? You want to kill the baby because you want to go to school, you want to go to college, but guess what? You had a choice. Women hate accountability because guess what? They have given us that. They have told us that. So you fall from the Bible, you fall from man, you fall from the Bible because God gave the man the institution to raise the family right. So I take the man out the house, and guess what? I will destroy that. See, we don't look down, we look up. You got the children looking to the mother looking at the father, and the father looking at so-called Jesus Christ's real name, Yahweh, and Yahweh looking up to the father, Yeshua. See, that's how it goes. We don't look down, you look up. But they don't talk to that, but guess what? They do. They look up. The children look to the mother look to the father, and the father, they look up. Whoever they worship, they look up. We look down. We go backwards. That's where we're going. We are going away backwards, just as the Bible. Say, look here. Y'all, it's crazy how we living out here. Living just like we live like a bunch of wild animals. And that's how they want you to be. This world is wicked. It's run by them. Everything you got, you don't have nothing. I don't care. You can have $1 billion, but you had to go through them to get it. Guess what? If you don't do as they say, they'll take your $1 billion. They'll come up with tax fraud, this and have you in prison. R. Kelly were going to buy his master, so they set him up. They got phone calls and text messages where the mother was basically selling their daughter to this man. They need to be in prison also. This is crazy how we live, but guess what? They got us divided and we the same people. The Mexicans going through the same thing. The Indians going through the same thing. The Negroes going through the same thing. But guess what? They told you you are different. You are the same people. Go to Chronicles. Go to Chronicles. I think it's First Chronicles. First Chronicles 19:4. This is proof that we are the people in the Bible. Everybody can concord with this. Everybody. White, black, green, purple, orange, anything. I want you to listen to this here. Wherefore, Hun took David's servant, King David's servant, and shaved them. He shaved their head. And cut off their garment in the middles hard by their buttocks and sent them away. See, they already had the pants sagging, your britches, their ass showing back then in the Bible. They took the britches in the okay. Even though if that was hard, I'm gonna go to Samuel 10. They're gonna better describe what they did. They cut the middle of your britches and make the britches sag down so your ass can show. It was like embarrassment. It's like a shame. So you can't tell me these ain't the same people in the Bible, because don't Negroes do that? Negroes come out here and got still walk around here. I see 50-year-old man showing their dirty drawers. When that gonna last? That's still here. So don't say it come from prison. It came from the Bible. This already here. I want you. This one here gonna better break it down. Anybody want to go back and read that? That's First Chronicles 19:4. If you want a better saying for you can understand it, because I know you don't understand the middle heart and stuff. You don't understand it, but you do understand. But they say they butt out their bucks. They butt. I mean, their britches was hanging out past their butt, their garment. So I'm gonna tell you. I want you to go to Samuel. Samuel, you break it down, even better for the people that want to understand it. Go to Samuel, 1 Samuel 10:4. Okay, no, go to 2 Samuel then. Go to 2 Samuel. I got to find out how to make the screen big. I had it one time, but I don't know how to make the screen bigger. 10:4. Wherefore, Han took David's servant and shaved off one half of their beard, cut off their garment in the middle, cut their garment off in the middle. So that means, see, back then they wore garments, so the long thing where Jesus wore with the fringes on it, that's what they wore. So they cut it up to whenever their butt was showing, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. That's an embarrassment. If you go ahead and read that, it was embarrassment. So David took them and put them away till their beard grew back, because it was embarrassment. See, Hun was like a Esau. Esau got you wearing your britches down as an embarrassment. So it's up to me to tell you, come on, hey man, sit here and learn this word and know how to carry yourself, conduct yourself. That's basically what happened. So you know this Bible meant for you, because he's talking about your britches hanging out. Check this out. Go to 2 Ezra. This world meant for us, the 12 tribes of Israel. 2 Ezra, which is in the Apocrypha, 2 Ezra 6:54. This is for the people who think everybody is one. Of course, he said God made everybody. Of course he did. But I want you to get this here. I'm finna read it. And after these, Adam also whom there made the Lord of all that creature. God made Adam the head of all the creature, everybody, creature including you. And the dog, cats, whale, human beings, so-called. Of him call we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. Out of all the people, he chose a special people. In 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou made it the world for our sake. It's made for our sake. God, even though God created everybody, made Adam over all of it, but God said, I chose the special people out of that group that I made. As for the other people, which also came of Adam with all the other nations, because 18 nations all the other 6 nations that came from Adam, that had said they are nothing. Be like unto spittle. Spittle is like spit. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. You got a 5-gallon bucket of water, then a little bit drop, you don't give a damn about it. That's what God said about the other nation. God said the other 12 tribes of Israel, this is your planet. This is your earth. We need to take it back. We need to get first law, statute, commandment involved. We need to get out, because you got the women, they took the man out. Now you got a feminine woman teaching a boy, and he be home until he start meeting other boys who go to preschool, which is a so-called prison now. It's been a prison. So all he knows is feminine ways. So that's why you get a lot of these homosexual boys coming out here now. That's why it's all a plan, but you don't see it. You mean it's homosexual gay Mexican, homosexual gay black men, homosexual gay Indians. Because guess what they do us? They teach us that. They put us in a school system in the prison now. See, they don't went from freedom to safety. Safety means you're gonna lose your freedom because now everything gonna be on lockdown. So now your school system really gonna be like a prison. Now you gotta get patted down as you go to prison. You have to be watching the cafeteria as you go to prison. See, it's all makes sense, but you don't understand because you don't look, you don't see, you don't open up your eyes because this is what it's gonna be. And this is how Bishop God said this is you. So they done took our women out. If I get rid of the man, the family destroyed. You got a little boy. They short little kids. So I guess I'm looking at 6, maybe 4, 5 years old. He on a stripping pole, turning around stripping pole doing what his mama see his mama do because they're feminine. So then the ones that don't become gay, they become simps, what they call them. Because guess what they do now? Now they'll treat the woman as their mama. Now the woman dog all over, run all over. They don't even know how to pay bills. They don't know how to keep a job. They're looking for a woman to take care of them. But guess what? Hey, ma'am. Hey, ma'am. Hey, ma'am. Hey, ma'am. The same man that you hate is the same man that you raising. So you giving your child what you don't hate. That's why I say as the mother, as the daughter. Ezekiel, I'm just trying to tell you. 2nd Ezra 13. 2nd Ezra 13. 13, verse 40 to 48. Those are the 10 tribes. Now, this is us. Now, I want you to let me mark all this here if I can read it. This is very important that I read this here. That's how you know that the so-called Mexican, so-called Indian, so-called Negro are all the same people. We all the same people. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea, the king who Samaria, the king of Assyria, led away captive. He carried them out over the water, and so came they into another land. Then the 10 tribes, the 12 tribes, the other tribes of Israel, the northern tribe. But they took counsel among themselves that they would lead the multitude of the heathen. See, they took the other 12 tribes, the other 10, which is the so-called Mexican, so-called Native American Indian. And so they came together as a group. Will lead the multitude, heathens of other nations that had them in the Syrian, go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. Never mankind dwelt was over here in the United States of America, so-called. I'm breaking it out. This is simple. That they might there keep the statue which they never kept in their own land. Because, see, they start going to idolatry, which they do now. That's why they worship voodoo, which is hate and all that. They worship voodoo. They worship, I'm not hating the Mexican, Indian. You see what they worship the bull. The Indians and stuff, they worship nature. bull, horses, and stuff like that. You know about that. And you got the so-called Mexicans, so-called Puerto Ricans. They worship different symbols and all that other kind of stuff. They're adultery and all that. That's what they worship. So they were worshiping. They wanted to say, okay, well, we're gonna go to a new land with United States of America. That's why I said they were here before we got here. And this, check this out. And they enter into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river, Euphrates River. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and hell stilled the flood till they were passed over. So he had stilled the flood till they passed over to the other land. They walked across just the same way we did when we did when Moses split the sea. For through that country there were a great way to go, namely a year and a half in the same region is called Assyrian, which is America. If you look, I looked up the word, it means Americas. They dwelt there until the latter time, which is now, and now when they shall begin to come, and that's where they at, until we begin to come. So we ain't come till later, but they was already here. Already here, people. That's why I was looking at the National Geographic thing. Guess what? Guess what I seen? They were showing stuff like the Maya pyramids, Hebrew language on it. You can see it with locks, the big nose. In fact, look, we was already here. Which is the so-called, you got to remember we were black. We was already here. This is the northern tribe land. We was out here, so they tried to divide it. We were still in captivity over here. These used to about 36 BC and all this stuff. And we in 300 BC, we were still in the land of our captivity in Jerusalem and still up in the, but they left and came already to a new land, which is America today. So that's why you can go to Mexico and you can see all that stuff up there. All the pyramids that's already there with Hebrew language on it. People, they don't teach you this stuff here, man. The highest shall stay the spring or the string again, that they may go through. Therefore, solve thou the multitude with peace. For those that be left behind of thy people are they that are found within my borders. See, we still there. We still over there. We still got a remnant of people still over there in the so-called Middle East. But the other tribes came here, people. They was already here before we got here. So how you going to dish? They came through the same kind of slavery we did. They came here working in the sugar kill. After the Spanish and Christopher Columbus came on here and killed them to my Indians, them Indians was niggas. They came and raped, robbed, and killed. You are the same people, but they keep you divided because you will never understand, because you will never learn it, and you don't care to learn it. Go to Ezekiel 13:19. Ezekiel 13:19. It's a small thing. I gotta find how to stretch this thing out. But it's okay. 37:19. Ezekiel 37:19. Say unto them, thus said the Lord God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is the northern tribe, the hand of Ephraim, because Ephraim is the head of the northern tribe, the so-called Puerto Ricans. Like Judah is the head of the northern tribe, the southern tribe. Ephraim, which is so-called Puerto Rican, are the head of the southern tribe, of the northern tribe. That's why Ephraim always vote Republican or this and they're against you because they think they're better than the so-called Ephraim, which is they hate Mexicans. They're disgracing them because they are divided the same way we are divided amongst each other. They go through the same thing. Says unto them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the land, which is in the hand of Ephraim, in the tribe of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even the other tribe, that's another tribe. You about Ephraim, we might even put the other Israel, that's talking about them. The other tribes, the so-called Mexican Indians, gonna be all joined together, right? And put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, so-called Negro, and make them one stick, that they shall be one in mind, because it's gonna come a time when they as long as they keep us separate, because they know so the Mexican, so-called and so-called Puerto Rican, so-called Native American Indian, and so-called Negro, so-called Benjamin, the Levi. Once they get all of together, it's so many of us. They can't stop it. We got babies all galore. They can't stop this. So if a man, that's why Elon Musk said that he gonna have many babies he want to, and many babies he can, because of the population, because he knew that they diminishing. They know he diminishing, but you got our black women fighting to kill our baby. They trying to bring us down. You don't see that? Ain't no. There's a white. There's more black women out here trying to fight, but the white folks really done that for the white people, so called, because if they can stop them from having abortion, because they kill their baby at a high rate too. But we kill our baby at a high rate, but we have so many. So even while you killing them, we still outnumber them. So if they kill theirs, they not making many babies. They can only, you notice the family of a white man is only a one or two. Very seldom you see 3-4 babies. If you see that many, guess what? They taking pills or shots and everything. Well, you have babies natural like that. So I'm trying to tell you, folks, we are the same people. Elon Musk said it best. He said he's gonna have many babies he can, because guess what? He said because the population. He's about their population, not ours. And everybody get mad at Nick Cannon. If Nick Cannon got $1 million, Nick Cannon whole family is rich. They got money. That man should have the population earth. Oh God, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but if he got them women on one accord and they all understand, he can have many babies he want. Because guess what? If he making the population grow and he taking care of his kid, tell me what is wrong with that. You got you women are going around here messing with niggas that can't even take care of your baby, and you mad at him because he got baby from different people, like 8, 9, 10 babies, but he take care of every last one of them. When the church get through confessing all they sin, all that gonna come out. So right now, you just bear with where you living at now and understand what you understand, but God gonna bring it forth. He's gonna bring it full circle, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. Matter of fact, men, you can see it now. You got a man, right? You got one man. You go. Let's say a woman, you married. You got a husband. That man taking care of 7, 8 women that have nothing to do with sex, because his sister might call him, his mama might call him, his aunt might call him, the next door neighbor who don't have a husband who died might call him. You got women on their job might need him. So we already doing it. But so y'all so blind that you thinking about sex, but it's not about sex. It's gonna be for protection. I got most of my customers are single women. Through whatever means they single. And not only do when I cut the yard, it's other. Can you take my garbage out? Can you move this to the street? Can you cut this? Can you do this? Can you do that? Because guess what? I'm already fulfilling it. I'm already fulfilling Isaiah 4:1. You're gonna have your own money. You women got their own money. You're gonna have your own clothes. They got their own clothes, own car, own bread. Bread means food. He said, but can I just be called by your last name for reproach? Reproach means sin and protection. It's coming. And you can see it. Now, they had a woman on TV. Now, this is pure ignorance of the black woman. She thinks she's a man so much. She got this masculinity, but they going to show you. See, y'all had the mixing, right? Y'all said black men ain't no good. You had the women mixing, not even white, Chinese, Japanese. Them races didn't even show it too, because guess what? They see how you act. You think they want that? They don't want you acting a donkey and a fool. So they didn't even come to your mixer. You said with black man there, black there, but you ain't saying nothing about the white man. They come. You just say you can get any man you want. You can get white man mess with her, but they didn't show either. I didn't see you comment on the saying why the white man didn't come, but you comment on the black man, right? Because you in your heart of heart, you want a black man. But you you think that the other nation gonna take you for your foolery, but they're not taking you. They ain't even showing up. That's sad. They're not even showing up. But back to what I was saying, but check this out. It's for protection. It's coming. And you can see it happening all over the world today. You can see it happen because this black woman got pulled up by the police. She doing all that talking. She had a gun in the front seat. You know she concealed weapon. She had a gun. Your gun concealed. That means you can't have it in your front. Your thing. You got to have it like in your glove compartment. I'm a gun owner. I got a concealed license, but you can't have it where it can be seen. So she talking. They telling her, man, we got some. Even though they were rude, but you got to know when to shut up. But our black women don't know when to shut up. She kept saying, oh, I'm this here. I probably make more money. That's the first thing they go to. I make more money than you. I got an education. The man said, ma'am, go home. She said, I'm going to ask you a question. Black women would take up for her, and a simp man would take up for her too. But I see straight through it. You just an ignorant woman with an education. So now you handcuffed. What have I done? What did I do? What did I do? See, now you placing the consequence. Because guess what? That's what I mean by reproach. That's what I mean by you got your own money. You got your own stuff. You're going to need protection. Because guess what? The first thing you really wanted was your husband. You wanted some man, a black man, to come protect you. But guess what? They got you hemmed up now. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. This here. Come on, man. Shalom, my people. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, my people. Shalom, shalom, shalom.